Welcome to episode 1. So I'm here with my parents. This is my mom. She wants to say hi. We're competing to see who can grow their hair longer. I think I'm winning right now. So my parents have two separate carts. They're splitting up their things that they want to buy. Following my dad right now, walking backwards down the aisle. If you guys have ever been to Wegmans, this is what it looks like. It is the greatest store in the entire world. Tyler, the creator, came to Buffalo, said it was the greatest store ever. I agree. When I was a kid, my brother and I would go to these kind of little cubby holes and hide in them, just like this. And then we get in trouble. The ones at Sam's Club, they're so huge, and we would hide behind several layers of like toilet paper. And my parents couldn't find us sometimes for like 5-10 minutes at a time until they heard us giggling. Always the giggles that give it away. I have bad ideas. My mom in Ireland, she got me this thing. In a village of like 200 people. I forgot what the village is called. Looks like a Japanese uzumaki. Just spirals, like 3 uzumaki. And it's not Japanese, obviously. Irish. She told me it means journey. Hopefully that's what it means, and it doesn't mean you're a piece of crap. But it's really funny to find out years later that's what it means. Like people getting Japanese tattoos, that means nothing what they actually thought it meant. Hey Dad, where's this go? This way? So we gotta 3 rows down. He gave me really clear instructions, but I am not gonna find it the right place to put it. 3 rows, oh, 3 doors. 3 doors down, like the band. Ah, that's totally not it, but it looks very similar. I think my dad's trying to decide whether or not he wants to keep it. Do you want to keep it or what? I guess he does. That's his thinking face. I just want you guys to see how my dad stacks things at the very edge. I mean, yeah, it's. I really want one of them to fall over.
Wait for it.
I'm not a good son.
Wait for it.
That's impressive. Oh!
Wait for it.
It's like a game of real life Tetris. Oh, there it is. It's still leaning forward. So when I was a kid, my brother and I would. This is our favorite aisle. This is the kids' aisle, pretty much. Just throw it, just kind of sneak it in. You know? The younger you are, it's way easier to get away with it because one, you're smaller and you're way cuter. But if you're an adult, you know, let's say like you're 15, 16, you're not an adult then, but 15, 16, your parents are like, really? Do you really need that? Do you really need that right now? We just got you braces. Why would we allow you to have sticky chocolate in your $5,000 mouth? So, yeah. Right now, guess who doesn't have braces anymore, Dad? Guess he's a full-grown adult who will make you buy chocolate for me. Terminamos. That means Terminator in Spanish. No, actually, we're finished. A little drizzly. Yeah, it's a good day to relax. Mom got me this hat in France. Reminds me of, what was it? Steve Zissou, the Life Aquatic. This is a cabin. This is what the whole place looks like. As my parents say, we're about an hour away from cocktail hour. That's how they gauge their time now that they're retired. For me, it's
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
This is a mouse trap. Mom told me to bring it down. This is the basement. It's my brother. When he was in high school, he was a jock and a nerd. My brother was both a jock and a nerd. Super, super smart. This is what my family looks like. It's my dad. That's me. Me hermanos. My mom. Let's put this trap on the floor really, really carefully. Really carefully. Really carefully. Because if it... Ooh, God damn it. There we go. I am here in Ellicottville to help my parents with stuff, catch up with them. But guys, my dad bought me chocolate. I'm so surprised by this. Dark chocolate bar pieces. Now I have to eat it. So you know the right way to break this. Mom, can I help out in any way? Or would I get in the way? Too many cooks in the kitchen. good. Can anyone believe that's what my dad used to look like? That's my parents when they lived in Connecticut. It's my mom and my baby brother in Rhode Island. What else? That was me, my brother, my great aunt, just the coolest person in the world. That was me when I was a little kid. Huh. It's my brother pretty recently. He's pretty jacked now. It's funny. Little family time. So one of the most difficult things about putting on clothes is trying to put your hand through the sleeve. It still makes me feel like a kid whenever I have trouble putting my hand through the sleeve. It's just one of those small, humbling things. Also, like if you tie your shoe lace and it gets loose within like the first 50 steps that you make when you step outside, it also makes me feel like a kid. Sometimes it pisses me off because I feel like an idiot, but other times it's just like, oh, cool, I haven't really figured things out. And I don't think I ever really will completely figure things out, and will always be chances for me to grow. I wrote a little yesterday, but it's kind of just a more of a relaxed day. Today I'm just gonna go ham, write a lot. I'm gonna write outside, hang out with my parents, dance with them randomly. I was at Wegmans yesterday with them, and my dad and I were dancing to Girls Just Want to Have Fun, I think by Cyndi Lauper, and we were trying to get my mom to be embarrassed, but it's really hard for us to embarrass my mom because she's just so used to it at this point. But there are other people there who I think were more embarrassed for her than she was embarrassed at all, because, I don't know, she accepts us for being weirdos. My dad, I dance worse than my dad when we're at Wegmans. I can dance salsa and bachata, and a little bit of cha-cha, but my dad's way better at dad dancing than I am. Thus, the fact that he's a dad and I'm not. I think, 27, I really hope I'm not a dad. So, any women out there who I've been with, now's your chance to claim all the rights for me being a dad. So, yeah. Also, check out my other video called Daddy Etiquette. So breakfast is super important. Like how you start the day, I think, is the ultimate way to set up the rest of your day. That's why I highly recommend eating chocolate at the beginning of the day, because it makes you smile, it rots your teeth, and got my coffee. My dad's from Jersey, so they don't say coffee in his area of Jersey, Millville. A lot of people in Millville have this inexplicably southern accent. I was going to talk about, doors. I want to talk about doors. I have this theory, the difference between a house and a home is a house you kind of just, it's very easy to get in and out of the house. But homes, there's like a rite of passage you have to get through the door. Like each home has a trick with the door. You have to either have to lift the latch a certain way, you gotta push it a certain way, you gotta turn the key a certain way. There's always something very unique about each door for a real home. That means it's kind of been worn in. It's been around for a while, and that's how I can tell if it's a good home. I know it's just stupid theory, but it's just my belief on the difference between houses and homes. My favorite thing about this entire yard is how it slopes down, and then the morning light catches just halfway through the trees there. Yeah. One thing that makes me sad is that my parents' dog, Gunner, died a little while back, and I used to walk through the yard carefully. It's like a minefield of poop, and so I had to be careful because I don't want to step in poop. It was annoying before, but now it's it's just sad. It's funny that we trade one problem for another, and when we do miss something that we can have, we trade what we currently have, our current happiness, for that old problem, because we'd rather have that problem not a bad problem, but you know, it's just like we'd rather go through that with someone or something that we care about versus just not being without it. So, yeah, interesting stuff. It's too early to think about that kind of stuff. My mind goes like a mile a minute as soon as I wake up. I don't know if that makes me a morning person, but it sure as hell makes me annoying for people who aren't morning people. So, I'm enjoying my coffee and try not to think for the next couple hours before I leave.